This is Ryan, and today I'm going to review two song reversals by Niall Horan. The first one is new as of 2023 and is called Heaven. I'd like to talk a little bit about this one because yesterday, shortly after I was working on it, something happened to me that made me think of the message in this reversal. During my routine, I ran into a nice elderly lady in the condo complex I look after, and she told me she was moving out soon. I'd known her for many years, and she was in her 90s. During that time, I had a chance to speak with her on multiple occasions. In previous encounters, she told me that she was hearing voices speaking to her at night, and even thought that it was coming from the apartment next door. After investigating, there was no chance that she was hearing actual conversations, because the walls were soundproof and she was hearing impaired, which resulted in her needing hearing aids. However, she was even hearing these conversations without her hearing aids in. When she saw me this time, she told me that the conversations had lessened, but she was still hearing them. She also told me she realized that perhaps she was having psychological issues. I felt bad for her, and in an effort to comfort her, I said that perhaps she was getting spiritual messages from angels. She immediately brightened up and said, "Perhaps," and she asked me if I believed in God and angels. I obviously said yes. She then asked me if I believe in Jesus Christ and that he was the Son of God. I said yes to that as well. She smiled and said, "I do too. And you know," she said, "believing in Jesus Christ is definitely the only way to get to heaven, and perhaps I'll meet you there someday." At that point, I hesitated to respond. Obviously, I did not believe that Jesus was the only way to get to heaven, but I failed to contradict her on that, because she was so convinced it was true. I knew I'd never change her mind in one simple conversation. Afterwards, I thought, this is often a common belief system of many Christians, and I just failed to understand how some can think that God would forget about all the non-Christians, even though at one point in my life, I too thought the same way. Subsequently, it is wonderful to know now, through our communications with the angels, God looks for goodness of the heart and not just what a person's religion has programmed them to believe. So perhaps the angels were really trying to tell her something, because I know she often speaks of her family and how she is the only living survivor of her immediate family and the people that she loved. So this philosophy of restricting only Christians to heaven is a sign of a devolving religion, and something that really needs to change in Christian theology.
Today we are going to feature a new song reversal from Niall Horan called Heaven, and another one of his songs called No Judgment. You will really have to listen carefully to the reversal of Heaven with headphones, because the music kind of overtakes the vocals in some parts. Nevertheless, they are channeling some important news from God and the angels. Now let's hear those reversals.
Things are doing, I feel There's no need knowing Served most in the we feel gas in him and the master's market.